Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to check the Foxeer Cat 2 Micro Super Starlight FPV camera. In this video I'm going to quickly go over its features and specs, measure its latency, and head outdoors and test it out. The Foxeer Cat 2 Micro is the successor of the full-sized Cat Starlight FPV camera, which by now has been discontinued. It is available in mini and micro-sized form factors, which share the exact specifications. In terms of specs, it features a 1200 TV line CMOS sensor, the aspect ratio is switchable between 4x3 and 16x9, its input voltage is between 4.6 to 24 volts, it's using a 2.1mm lens, the picture format is switchable between NTSC and PAL, and both mini and micro-sized cameras are available in white and black. In terms of packaging, inside its box along with the camera, you can find some stickers, a bag with 4 M2 screws, an OSD control board, and a 15 cm long harness for connecting the camera with a TBS unified video transmitter. The weight of the Foxeer Cat 2 Micro is 10.9 grams, so it's about 3.7 grams lighter than the original full-sized Cat FPV camera. Its back dimensions are 19 by 19 mm, and the distance between the back of the camera to the front of the lens is 25.4 mm. As far as I can tell, the Foxeer Cat 2 Micro and the original full-sized Cat FPV camera are using the same 2.1mm lens and the same 16x9 1200 TV line CMOS sensor. And since most of the current frames do not support full-sized FPV cameras, I think that it's great that Foxeer released mini and micro-sized versions of the Starlight FPV camera. Setting up the camera is done using the provided OSD control board. Under image you can flip the video horizontally and vertically. You can set the sharpness, color gain, gamma, and the dynamic range, which is by default set to low, and if you'd like you can set it to middle, high, and you can also turn it off. The auto-white balance can be set to auto and manual. The exposure can be set to the following values. Under day and night you can set the camera to color, which is the default option. You can set it to black and white, and you can also set it to auto, and then you'll be able to set the threshold for switching between day and night to day modes, and you can also set the delay for switching between the options to low, middle, and high. Under system, you'll be able to display the camera title and configure it. Choose whether to display the voltage and the timer on the on-screen display. Set the picture format to NTSC, which is the default option, and PAL. And switch between 4x3 and 16x9 aspect ratios. In case you would like to restore the camera to its original settings, select the reset option and long press the center button. One of the key features of the Foxeer Cat 2, except being a Starlight FPV camera, is having an ultra-low latency. After testing it out by recording the screens of my FetchDrive HD02 using a GoPro camera at 240 frames per second, I'm glad to tell you that the average latency both on NTSC and PAL is 5 milliseconds, which is really impressive and aligns with the latency of one of the fastest racing cameras that are currently available, the Runcam Racer 3. The next thing that I've done using my side-by-side comparison rig is to compare the Foxeer Cat 2 Micro with other FPV cameras, including the original full-sized Cat, the Toothless 2 Micro, and the Runcam Night Eagle 2 Pro. All the cameras were set to a 4x3 aspect ratio, an NTSC picture format, and color mode, except the Runcam Night Eagle 2 Pro, which is a black and white camera. In addition, I set all the cameras to their default settings, except the Cat 2 Micro, which, as recommended by Foxeer, I increased its brightness by 2, and I think that it actually should be the default setting, as otherwise the image might be too dark. Now I'm going to show you the flight footage, and by the way I can tell you that after testing out the Cat 2 Micro, I'm really impressed with its performance, and it's going to replace my Predator 4 camera, which is equipped with an IR sensitive lens on my side-by-side comparison rig, because this camera definitely excels at night, and it can also serve as a very good all-around camera. I hope you will enjoy the rest of this video, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notifications bell if you're not already subscribed. See you on my next videos, and goodbye.